Hello everybody and welcome back to Saxlingham. So as you can see, we have our worker there, he's going on the hoe. We have also taken out a load more contracts, so I'm going to go do 2 bale wrapping contracts. And we've got a mowing contract on the go. So I thought we'll just try and make a big influx of money. So by the time we do this first time lapse, we will have, left here. By the time we do this first time lapse, we'll have a fair bit of money to collect just to get us in. Get it into the bank, meaning that we do move on to the next month, that we should be all right for all of our sort of financing side of things. But once we have done these contracts, we're gonna go back to the yard. We're gonna jump into the load all into our John Deere, and we're gonna sort out all the bags. We're gonna pull all the bags and whatnot of seed, fertilizer, IBCs. We're gonna pull all them out of where they are now, and we're gonna put them into that new sort of more of a Dutch barn, just to try keep the place as tidy as possible. I'm just debating what to put in that other shed, which is more of a grain shed. So I don't know if we ever do potatoes or sugar beet again. If we're not sort of harvesting at the right time, we can always use that for bulk storage. But anyways, for us, we're going to get this field done, and then on the way back to the yard, we have another field en route, which we can then go and do. And look, you'll see there's a worker, one of our workers in there. We did borrow the Fend just because the dealership were offering it to us, and it just made sense to take that instead of having to get one of our tractors all loaded up to go. And here we go. So this will be the 3rd bale wrapping contract we've done. There is another very well paying one, which is, if I show you, oh, is it gone? I thought it was 20. Oh, maybe not then. So we've got these. Does it tell you how many bales there are? No. So you got field 14 and field 23, which they would be the exact same amount of bales, I'd guess, considering the price of them. And we could have done actually 23, because I think you got to cross over here somewhere, or cross. Oh, we were up there, so we could have just crossed over into there. Anyways, we will have a look. So we're going to get this back. We can then go collect on the bale wrap. Well, actually, we'll wait. We'll wait for the other 2 to finish. Then we'll collect on their contracts. So then we'll get a big. So we're getting a bigger lump sum of money coming in. We will then go and sort out. So we're going to go sort out our sheds, because we want to get them sorted. I'm just trying to decide of where to put everything, whether to have one side of one shed for grass storage, another side, for drilling and field work. I don't quite know yet, but let's just hop off and go through here. So I want to have a look, because I do think, I don't know how much food is in. 31,000 litres. There's still loads of food. And is there any messages for us to read? I think we've seen all them. So we've got a fair amount of babbies in here. And if we look on, so these are all ours. So there is 2, if not 3. Yeah, so that's one that wants to be sold in. Whoa, look at the price. That's shot up. And I'm sure there's another one which is infertile. I thought there was 2. 5 months, 5. Oh, there we go. That one and that one. So those 2 are infertile. And on the bull front, so like that one, we may look at selling that one when it gets, when it gets older, because it's not extremely high. Like that one is extremely high, so that's brilliant. That's 5 months old. That will maybe stay. Well, this one would stay over this one. There's some really good stuff here. It's how it all depends how harsh we want to be with it all. With the breeding, are we just going to go that anything that's extremely high, that's what stays? If it's missing anything on that, where even if it just says very high, we get rid. That's just all something to bear in mind. But right, we'll take this back. We'll leave the wrapper on, just in case we go do another bale wrapping contract, and we'll just see. We'll have to have a look about moving things around in the yard. So the plan is seed, fertiliser, lime, your herbicide, all that sort of thing. That's all going to go into here. That's me thinking so far. Because it's not the biggest of entrances. Fair dues, you'll reverse stuff in it, all right. But I'd rather be taking stuff in and out with the with the load all. Here, I just need to have a think about what we're going to do, because with this being our bale shed, to load up trailers and whatnot, we want a flat area where the trailer can be to load up. So we're either going to look to extend the ground out here and then just soften the corners so we can park a trailer on, then load up, or it'll be to do it on that side. And then I'm going to have a look at what we have, because that needs to go away somewhere. Obviously in here we can put some stuff in. I don't quite know what we're going to put in yet, but we'll find out. Obviously all this wants to go down, all this wants to go down. And then considering we've got all the fieldwork equipment in here, this may be the fieldwork side. I mean, it just all depends where trailers and stuff like that. But we'll work it out at somehow, I would imagine, as we go along. But right, with that contract done, let's go collect on these contracts. So, £22,000, yes please. £9,000, £5,000, £12,000, £16,000, £14,000. So we've just got, we're like 16,000. We've just done about 90 grand worth of contracts. That's mint. But right, we will start to look to sort this out. I'm going to leave, I want those big bags out there. They're ones that I would rather use first. So what I'm probably going to do is drive into my Fent. No, what I'm probably going to do is get all these bigger bags out first, which are the ones I like to use, and we can use these last. Obviously lime, we shouldn't need to buy any more lime again, because we have our new production. And I can't get the tines in. This is going abysmal. Why aren't my tines opening up? That's interesting. But I'm going to have to do this on a time lapse, because this will be very, very painful. Well, I think that's the yard a lot tidier now, and there shouldn't be anything left outside. Or one would hope that there's nothing left outside. And then the tractors and all sorts, they can just sort of stay wherever. But once I've tidied up and used up this lime seed and fertiliser, everything that's in here, I'll have all this shed space available to us again. Right, let's have... I think that's now everything. It's just whether we decide to go and do, which I think it may be worth doing one more, is mowing. I don't like doing these fields unless I'm doing them, purely because they're very, very awkward. But right, we're gonna do this one. So we're gonna accept the contract, and then that's gonna be us moving on to next month. We do need to have a look at getting all our machinery washed. And is there anything in? I haven't checked. Well, there's nothing to sell, but what's that? You'll move some logs around with that thing, won't you? Right, gonna go pack this up near the pressure washer, because that's the next thing. We need to go and get everything washed off. Fair dues, they're out of the way for now, which is good. But yeah, they still need a clean. Oh, that weight we haven't put that away just yet. So leave that there. Let's go back into the JCB. And then, yeah, we're going to be heading back up to where we've just come from. But, like I say, it's no bother. I quite enjoy driving this JCB. What's nice is you get 400 horsepower with this one. Where I think in the new expansion pack on is it Kinlag? I can never remember how to pronounce it. They bring JCB back in. And I think on the fact sheet it only goes up to 300 and some. So it's nice having that extra few horses in here. Everything should now be alright, so we can go move into June and then park up at the house. Makes the most amount of sense. I do love having this house here because we're passing it all the time, so we can just call in whenever. So let's turn that all off, and whilst we're sat here we'll collect on that contract, because that contract basically pays for our leasing overnight, well, our loan and interest overnight, so we'll get that in. So that's 17,283, and we'll soon see how much we lose overnight. So we lose just a little bit more than what that contract was worth. Oh, I put my torch on then. Yeah, so we lose just a little bit more than what that contract was worth, which is absolutely fine, because it still means we're still at £96,000. Right, let's just go through here and let's have a look at these, because they were on 30,000 litres. So they're doing about 10,000 litres a day, I'm going to guess at that. So we'll probably need to look at getting them some more silage, because they've got two, maybe 3 days left. So thinking like that, we need a day to cut silage, and then a day for it to ferment, well, cut grass I should say, and then for a day for it to, so we need 2 days, so we've got 3 days. Right, so this month we have to go cut our grass field, so I am just going to go have a look at it, see how that's coming along. Because the only annoying thing was, I think we did a contract on it before we bought it, so where we had done, was it mowing or bale wrapping? I can't remember. We've done a lot of bale wrapping recently, so I'll probably want to just leave the bale wrapping to for our job soon. But right, let's have a look. So ready to harvest. Oh, look at that. Expected yield 79% out of 80. Right, that confirms it. We'll go get the mowers on and we will get this grass cut as the last job for today. I've just spent all that time and effort sorting the yard out to tidy it up, and I'm going to just instantly go and drop something drop something out in the open. There's no point reversing it back into the shed to then want to try and get it out again. But we're going to use the JCB. I do really like this JCB. Right, let's get these on. And to be fair, do we have a swap of our mowers? Is there one? There isn't. But if we go on to here, mowers, and what am I looking for? That's what I was looking for. Oh, what's that 9.4? The class mowers seem a better fit, I think, because we've now got a bigger field. And I think, is it these mowers that we have on Alma? Well, we don't have the same back mower because it's the dual one. I think let's go sell these. And considering we've got a class baler and we have, we've got a class baler, we've got a class windrower. So let's sell these and we'll go get a complete class mowing set. And then we'll get into that field and we'll get it cut. And then we can also, it saves us going in with windrow, because with that class I'm sure we can row it up straight away for ourselves. So pull into here. Oh. Right, how much are we going to get back for these? Where's the trigger? There we go. So we want to repaint. I don't need to repair it, interesting. Repaint. And let's sell. Oh, we're only getting 11,000 back for that, and that's the one that's probably worth. And we're getting 9,000. I must have bought that second hand then. I must have done for it to be so cheap, or at least I hope I did. Right, let's get on to here. Mowers. So we're going for this one. So let's buy that. And then let's buy this. Hold on. I'm sure this comes so that it rows it up. I really hope it does. If not, we've done something completely wrong here. Right, let's hop back into here. We'll get these put on and we'll make our way down to the grass. But like I say, I just really hope I can windrow. That's one of the whole reasons of why I wanted to go for one of these. But 9 times out of 10, when they have that extended back on, I'm hoping they do. But right, let's put them on. Ooh, that turning wasn't very good. So that's the back one on, and now to the front. Like so. We'll get it to the field and we'll have a little play around, see if it is what what we wanted. I really hope it is. I'm just now starting to think that with the rear mowers only being 44,000, that they may not be. Right, if we turn these both on and drop them down, let's just see what it's. So that's doing a wide width. So can we change? That's still doing a wide width. I don't know what's changing. You can see these moving. But what are they actually doing? They're making it a narrower width, I don't know. Anyways, by the looks of that, we've got a 10 metre cutting width, but we can't put it into a swath, so we are going to have to come with the windrow, which is fine, because we're very fortunate that we've got a rather large windrow. So that's probably the 4th or 5th time I've actually mowed this field during this Let's Play, but it's only the first time that we've done it for ourselves. So they're off and we'll get them folded. We'll take these back to the yard, and then in the next episode we'll have to windrow, bale and wrap. But that to me looks like that looks like hay for some reason, but I don't know. Also, we should really have a look, because now seeing that we are in June, and I know this crop calendar is slightly different. Is anything ready to harvest? Okay, no. So all our fields in July. So by the time we've got this done for silage, and depending on if there's any contracts to do, which if there are, they're all the same contract. I'm trying to avoid doing all these. We could do spraying ones for herbicide, which they're not all too bad. What I'll probably do is in the next episode, let's accept. Hold on, was that herb? I didn't check whether that was herbicide or not. We'll accept that one. We'll accept that one, and we will accept that one. So we can then swap and change with our worker. So if we come in, well, our worker can windrow this field, whilst we then go spray a field off. We can then go bale, well, depending on how many fields we get done, we can then go and bale and wrap it, whilst the worker then goes spraying. I think that seems like a fairly decent sort of compromise. Right, let's get back to the yard and we will just drop these off. So this is my grass work shed. That's what I'm thinking of doing with this, and it'll make life just a lot easier. Grass work, and obviously I know the baler, you could argue, is grass and straw, which you're completely correct in saying that, but it makes sense if it's all here. I'm just trying to make it so it's very easy to remember where everything is. These mowers, I like them, I do. They're very fitting, but I just thought that I could save a job by not having to windrow, but obviously that's not the case. So we'll keep them for a little bit, but if it becomes tedious, the grass work, you know, especially because silage is nowhere near as good as what it was in 22, but it's where there's still, so it's worth a lot more money than what hay is. So we'll probably be now keeping on top of that grass field and getting as much silage off as possible, so that we have enough for our cows but also enough to sell. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video. Please do feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.